Hey guys, welcome to the Calibrate Tools channel. Today we're going to talk about how to use one of these right here, a paint edger, to make painting those walls fast and easy. See you right after this. All right guys, in a previous video I talked about the cutting in process when you're getting ready to paint a wall or a fairly large surface. Cutting in is when you paint the borders or the edges of that surface like a wall first before you fill it in with a brush, a roller, or a sprayer. Now right here, a paintbrush is being used to do this, but there are other tools on the market like paint edgers that makes this process a lot quicker and easier. But once again, everything comes down to preference. Case in point, with paintbrushes, you can get really precise with your cutting in process. You have more control when applying the paint to corners and those tight spaces along the edges, like where walls and ceilings meet or where two walls meet that are going to be different colors. You can't achieve that precision with a roller. And if you can, please tell me your techniques. You definitely want to use an angled brush with a short handle. It's pretty much designed for this type of work. Now to make things a lot quicker, you can use this. This is a paint edger from Behr. That's the brand right there. And it has a pad, a fiber pad that you dip into your paint and apply to your surface. It has these small wheels on it that butt up against your ceiling or whatever surface that you don't want to get paint on. And it guides the pad as it moves along, distributing the paint onto the surface, giving you a clean edge, or so it should be. So what you do is you take your edger and take your pole and you screw it on. As you can tell, it has these threads inside there. Only takes maybe a turn and a half and you're good to go. Now, obviously, depending on how tall you are or how tall your ceilings are, it may take a little getting used to handling the edger. You don't want to apply too much pressure because it may be harder to move along the surface, and then you'll have to keep lifting it off the surface, as you see I've done here a couple of times. And with your first pass, you want to make sure the wheels stay in contact with the ceiling in this case. Now that was definitely quicker than a paintbrush, but if you take a closer look at the results, you'll see that it's not as clean as we would like. Some of the paint bled onto the ceiling in certain spots. And that'll mean you'll have to go back and touch all of that stuff up, which takes more of your time out to do this. Hopefully that doesn't equate to the same amount of time that it would take for you to do this with a paintbrush. If it doesn't, then I think it's worth it. If it does, then maybe not. Now, if you're going to paint the wall and the ceiling the same color, this is the perfect tool to use because you don't have to worry about it bleeding into the other side. It'll probably cut your time in half. One place I found the edger useful was in this closet. I took the tool itself off of the pole and I just used it by itself to edge the inside of this closet. And I gotta say, it was quick. I didn't have to worry so much about paint bleeding over onto another wall or surface because it was gonna be all one color anyway. It made painting the closet fast and easy. All right, guys, so that's how you can paint those walls easier and faster with the paint edger. But you may want to stick with the brush if you want to be more precise and you don't want to come back and have to do touch-ups. Anyway, I hope this helps on your next painting project. See you in the next one.